Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Jeremy, founder of quickmail.com.
So weird. And this is Jack, Chief Lead Generation Officer at salesspread.com. Today, we have got a doozy.
What's a doozy?
A doozy, a whopper, a big one.
What's
Hot
a
off the
whopper?
press.
Oh, something big. Okay, got it. Something hot.
It's stupid. Yeah. No, we're talking about, well, Jeremy, you invented this topic. Present it for us. What are we
Invented this topic. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. After 6 years of thinking. No, it's basically, you got a great tool with cold outreach tool, whether it's using Quickmail or something else, right? There are other usage than reaching out to a cold prospect audience, and very, very valid ones that you could use to get more business, but also to do other things. So I think this is a class where we are going to venture into the other side, which is, how can you actually contact not cold prospect, but warm leads to some extent to obtain different things using that amazing software that you have already to save you time, right? It's still a one-to-many communication. The many doesn't have to be cold. And I think let's view a little bit what we could do with this that actually would benefit, that you could use today, right now, and actually just get some great things out of it. But yeah.
Well said. Yeah. All right.
You on?
I kind of view I'm up for it. Let's find other ways you haven't considered to get some ROI out of your cold email tool, right?
Love it.
But first, a quick word from our sponsors, because today B2B companies still lack either the time or expertise to turn cold prospects into warm, sales qualified leads. So at salesbread.com, we're going to bring you one lead every day, Monday through Friday, by sending ultra personalized cold emails and LinkedIn messages on your behalf. So you don't have to worry about copywriting, prospecting, sales outreach strategy, reply handling, and everything in between. So if you're looking to grow your sales pipeline, head over to salesbread.com, click that contact button, and let's have a short brainstorm session, see how we can use cold outreach to your benefit.
Yeah, I encourage you to do it. But, if that sounds like, no, you can do it yourself, and you want to do it yourself, and you want to use a great tool, then head over to quickmail.com and give it a spin. It's one of the best software on the market. I keep hearing that it's robust, it does what it says, and very little surprises. So, if your current cold outreach tool is not up to standard, I think it's time you do an upgrade. So head over to quickmail.io or .com. Both works. After 6 years of saying quickmail.io, it's so hard to now say quickmail.com. Anyway, both works. Go for it. Give it a go. Give it a spin. I'm sure you like it. And if not, reach out to me and let's figure out, if this is the right fit for you or not.
Well said. All right, Jeremy, we need that famous 10-minute timer, because we both have a number of points that we can go on and on about, but we're going to keep this to the point.
Go for it.
All right, Jeremy,
what's your first point, Jack?
All right. You can use cold outreach for something I call the post-call sequence. So these are people you've already had a sales call with, but it is always the case where they are going to take action to do something that they agreed on the sales call. They could have agreed to never talk to you again, in which case your cold email tool can sort of act as your CRM. But a lot of times it's, okay, great, I'm either going to set up another call or I'm going to do X in a time frame. You can actually just put them on a sequence and make sure you don't forget to follow up. Don't drop the ball. Just automate it. Put them in that cold email tool to reach out to, people you've already had a sales lead.
I like it.
Yeah.
Different spin or something similar to that when they express interest, or maybe they say, not now or whatever, and then you recontact them maybe a quarter or a year later, hopefully not that long, but a quarter later, and you just say, like, are you still interested? It's just a simple email. You just shoot it, for everyone who ghosted you or full flat. Nice. You had a conversation with them already. They were interested at some point. Just ask them, like, are you still interested? That would be an easy re-engagement campaign.
It's easy. And what's the cost to you? You've already got this tool. And if you've got 20 people that fit this category, if one of them engages,
Yeah,
You're gonna
and
say,
theoretically, you already have the stats. Theoretically, it's just duplicating your campaign, filtering everyone who didn't reply and everyone else, positively reply. Just throw them again.
I like it. I like it. All right, Jeremy, this is probably my favorite one I'm going to share all podcast. And
All
so that
right.
means you have to share something good for the end because we still got 8 minutes left here. All right, but I love this. And a good friend of mine who has a let's call it an accounting related firm says they get a ton of really great client testimonials by doing this. After 30 days, somebody has been a customer, an automated email gets sent to them and it says, hey, first name, just checking in. It's been a month. How's the service? Everything you hoped it'd be? Question mark. If not, all ears. Let's figure out what it needs. Whatever. 9 times out of 10, they say, "Yep, totally happy. Thank you." And then once a positive reply is picked up, they get into another drip campaign where it goes, "Hey, I'm really happy to hear that. Could I actually bother you to leave a short testimonial on our whatever social page here?" And like clockwork, they're getting
100%.
reviews. And yeah, like every CPA wants more reviews. I mean, if you're listening to this podcast, you probably want some more social proof. Just do it. It's
By
easy.
the way, if you haven't reviewed the podcast and you enjoy it, just go ahead. Like we haven't asked for a lot of,
Yeah,
reviews for a very long time, but
that's
if you want, just
true.
go ahead and do
Yeah,
it.
we'll wait. We'll wait.
Yeah, sure. Similar vein, I had obviously,
Yeah.
getting testimonials, but you could also get NPS score. So if you have a product, just reach
Oh,
out to a few of your users and say, hey, once a year, we'd like to really figure out, if the product is working and stuff like that. We just have one question, would you recommend it to a friend between 1 and 10? And how you're wording stuff and so on could make a huge difference. And, usually you will get like, a good answer for if you do this
nice.
approach the right way. And you could also do it for onboarding. I don't recommend it too much because obviously you may have a lot of trials for people who just want to try it and so on. But
Yeah.
if you have your onboarding sequence in another software, marketing software, for example, that works great to
Yep.
only do it with some customers. So maybe you have a filter for, potentially big customer. Like if people say, oh, we are between 50 and 200 people, whatever, then you
Yep.
can just launch an onboarding sequence just for them from your personal account, just saying like, hey, I know you're probably going to receive this onboarding sequence, but I wanted to reach out to you, personally. Works great. That's another good thing.
Interesting. All right. Let's hear this is kind of fun. Jeremy, you want some referrals?
What's that?
You want some referrals?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So it's a follow-up to those that actually give you the nice testimonial.
Oh,
Save
like
them for a
that.
couple months, but those are going to be, they're happy. They love what you're doing. In 60 days, return to that list and say, and by the way, you should have thanked them for that testimonial as soon as it happens. But return 2 months later and say, you know, I'm curious. It seems like you're really getting results out of X. Do you happen to know any other job title that could benefit from this as well? You don't even have to get fancy with like a promotion, like you refer, I'll give you money. Like just keep it real simple for the people who love you. That's usually all that it takes. And I'm very grateful to the SalesBread referral clients. Shout out to you guys. And another, again, like how much does it cost to do that? Pretty much free. So
Yep.
yeah.
You should do it as part of your process.
But the
Definitely.
challenge is, yeah, like you said, it should be a part of your process. Otherwise, it won't actually happen. So that's why if you set things in place, it'll be like taken care of. You could just have a team member at 60 days, they should get dropped in here. And then like you'll never not do that again. It's wonderful. All right.
I
What
love
do you
it.
got? Yeah.
Yeah, and you can automate all of that with QuickMail. Shameless plug here. Another thing, like my favorite one is that I live in Zurich in Switzerland, and I have a small group of people I connect to and then have dinner with, like other founders. And
Yeah.
sometimes it's annoying to have to fire like your personal email to the 30 people who could potentially attend your event. So all I do usually is a campaign, super highly, casual, that actually just
Yeah.
I write it one, press the button, have even a follow-up, right? Because it's so easy to forget that and just
Yeah.
fire it. Do you
Nice.
actually want to hear it? Or like I can actually just
Yeah. Yeah. Read that thing,
all right.
Jeremy.
So it'll be like, hey Jack, Man, it's been a long time, brackets too long. I'm having a dinner with Michael Brooks. He's the founder of Golans, brackets, a SaaS competitor of Upwork. This Friday at 7 p.m. at this place in Zurich. I was like, hey, why not invite Jack and other founders too? Question mark. It's been some time since we did our last one, and would be nice to know what you are up to. That's it. That's really all you need. And then if you have a follow-up, you just say like, hey, just don't want this to fall through the cracks. So it's a bump email. Come in, question mark, RSVP. That's really all you need. And it's like simple. Took me like 5 minutes to do, broadcast it to, 50 people.
Yeah.
The stats are amazing. Like vanity metrics wise, I think I got 80% open rate and 55% reply rate. So it works. It's nice.
Very nice. A reply rate's not a vanity metric.
No, but
that's a good one.
It could be higher, but I'm like always like shooting for people who never reply, but I do want to have. So at some point they reply. Persistence.
Okay. I have that's good. So 2 minutes. I got 2 more to share. One of them, this next one is also like my favorite. So I'll use, just like everyone else, we got our traditional email marketing tool that sends newsletters and stuff. But when I see a good, let's do this in the right order. When I see a subscriber is highly engaged, they're clicking on a bunch of stuff, they're opening everything, I'll take a look at, their email, where do they work, what do they do? And if they're a good fit for the business, that's when they get into the cold email tool for a very personalized, hey, should we talk kind of message. And it's nice because social proof is already established. You're already the authority figure. And it's just a matter of breaking that. Hey, this is actually something you can reply to. And it's kind of wonderful.
Sorry, I just hit a bottle.
Oh, that's okay. All right.
So good. No water.
All right. 1 minute, 20 seconds.
I got a few ones.
Okay. Rapid fire.
Almost. One, we don't talk a lot. We don't talk much. And this is awesome. Is like if you're going to an event in a booth and then you have those sort of jar that actually collect business cards, right? You could have a raffle. You could have anything like that. Then you just load it up into a spreadsheet, put it into your stuff and say, hey, was really cool, meeting at booth number X, thanks for, dropping your card. Just wanted to stay in touch, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Smart.
Super simple stuff. You could do it anytime. Another one is follow-up demo signups. So you could have, for example, some demos that are pre-recorded. So people go ahead and then just, they just watch your demo of your product or whatever. And then obviously they left their email, and it could be like an email just following up. It's like, hey, now you've watched this demo, whatever. I just wanted to reach out. And, if you have any questions or whatever, that also works very well. And since we're on a rapid fire, the last one would be to actually just, simply contacting your own customer. You segment them. You have a new feature. You want to know if they are interested or if they want to participate into the brainstorming of it or give your feedback. So select your best customers. And again, fire just that one email, one too many, using your software. And Jack, I have a bonus one for you that has absolutely nothing with all of that, but pretty much all software, at least QuickMail has, they have like a feature for deduplicating prospects. And sometimes you could just use that to filter your list, nothing to do with sending an outreach, right? So
interesting. Okay. So deduping prospects.
Yeah, if you get like list of multiple places and you just want to have like one list, it could be your customers, whatever, you could do all those.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So you're saying, imagine you have like 3 totally different CSV files. The email column's way different, whatever.
Correct.
You could just do one.
And then what you should do is you import them all and then re-export, maybe you tag them so it's easier or whatever, but you could basically use that to actually deduplicate all your import CSV or spreadsheet.
Okay.
Kind of a hack, but...
Yeah, as a Google Sheets like power user, I'm like, no, don't do that. But I get it. But I get it. Sometimes
like that's useful.
Yeah, I love that. All right, Jeremy. Well done and well said. You I think you had probably more
No, you had more. You said like you
Yeah,
had
you think so?
9, and I had like 7 or
All
8.
right. Well, you heard it first. I had more today on this podcast, but if you enjoyed it, all jokes aside, course.quickmail.io is where you can find the cold email masterclass Jeremy and I put together. That is this podcast, but in the course form that you're probably looking for when you're like, guys, this is fun, but just tell me what I need to do in order to get way more results. It's over there, and there's a 30-day money-back guarantee. It's also the place where we put walkthrough videos that I'm not really pressing Jeremy to share on the podcast or vice versa. It's just the gems go there. So take it for a free test drive today, course.quickman.io. Jeremy, thanks. That was a fun cast. Enjoyed
Thanks,
it.
Jack. Yeah, me
Cool.
too. Bye.